Alright, hello YouTube. We're here again with Top Deck Scrubs, and we have a Prank Kid list profile from Eric Burgos. And you've been doing pretty well with this deck overall, right?
So I've gotten first place or like second with it, like a lot for the past like week or two. I just haven't profiled it because it's Prank Kid. It's probably the third time it's gonna be on my channel, but it's my channel and I do what I want.
It's a pretty strong deck, huh?
Yeah, that deck is so good. All right. So obviously, 3 Fansies, 3 Dropsies, 3 Lampsies, and I ended up playing 3 Roxies. So I was on the, so you'll see I'm not on the poly build, but for that week or two I was on the poly build, and like I never drew in the combination that I wanted and didn't do enough. So I was playing 3 Roxies, but I ended up taking out poly, and the deck did the exact same thing, so it almost just like didn't matter. And then I ended up just leaving the Roxies, and just because like drawing a name is pretty nice. So I played 3 of every Prank Kid, even the Roxies. And I made the 1 pink still. This card's
In the main deck?
yeah, this card's like ridiculous. It used to be Monster Reborn, but then that just doesn't come up either. And this performed way better than that.
Yeah, Reborn isn't the best in pranks, huh?
Yeah. And then for hand traps, played 3 Ash Blossom,
Standard.
3 Veiler,
Very nice.
3 Droll, excuse me, and 3 Imperm. So this used to be Bell, but as of today, at our local there's a shit ton of Drytron. So I decided to play this today, and even against the Tri Brigade players, it was pretty good because he went like, you know, Fractal, the Trio, Nerval, Ad. I dropped this, and he couldn't get to his what's that card?
Revolt.
Revolt, yeah. So Droll like actually overperformed better than what Bell was doing.
Nice.
So that's it for the hand traps.
Okay.
Now onto the spells, which is basically like the rest of the deck. Play 3 of the field spell, 3 of the Pandemonium, 1 of this because they don't play Desires. Just don't need
You're
it.
just not playing Desires
Not
at
playing
all.
Desires, nope. And then I play over Desires and basically over Poly, or you know both, whatever. So I mean this again. So
How good is this card right now?
this card has performed like fairly well. Other times if it was poly, it just wasn't enough, or didn't draw a kid, or like going against like other boards, like having this in the main deck was actually like pretty strong. So overall, like I like it. It works for me. Like I said, I was still getting first place or second place on the poly build where this was poly, but like for me, I enjoyed having this, especially with Drytron. If I lose a die roll, like I can just like drop with the board and normal summon. It kind of like does a lot. So that was that. And then of course like 3 talents. I mean, this is like this should be like a staple in Prank Kid. This card's amazing.
You're just always getting hand traps.
Yeah, and then one of that card
Broken.
I put this card in when I was playing the poly build, and I kept it in because this card is just overperformed whenever I do draw it. And obviously this card.
1 Thunder Dragon Fusion.
Yep. Card is great if you draw it against the Nibiru, or just, yeah, for the grind game. It's really good. And then extra deck, I cut Meow Mew to 2 after I saw I think it was an LCS winner. He played 2, and I played 2, and it just hasn't come up for the 3rd one, so I like it.
Gotcha.
2 Dododo, 1 Bow Wow, 1 Roaring Rooster. So that's it for the Prank Kid.
How often do you
leagues.
make the Rooster? Does it come up pretty well?
This card, I don't know. I like just having the option against like back row decks, but overall it's just kind of like there. But you can take it out. I see some people just don't play it. Just 1 Rocket Ride, 1 Washer, and yes, I am still on the 2 Butler because I'm awful at the deck and I just don't know how to grind with it properly. So this fixes my mistakes, and it hasn't failed me where I needed it, where I thought like, oh, I need this to be something else. Like,
People don't see it coming.
yeah, and it's pretty good. And then for the rest of the extra deck, play 1 Verti,
For the Thunder Dragon Fusion.
yeah, Phoenix, Unicorn, and Axis Code Talker. These cards allow you to clear boards, and then you can do this.
For gain.
And then this card allows you to send Thunder Dragon Fusion. Whenever you get like hand trap somewhere on like the Dododo or something, you can just like make this, and
Or
it's still
Belled
Butler.
or whatever.
Yeah, and then you still make Butler.
Yeah.
So that's it for the extra deck. Oh, and the Toad.
And Toad.
Yeah, so I put that in over the Meow Mew, and I made this like once or twice today. I like it. It's cute. And now for the side deck, play 3 Cycle Reader. So I decided to side this back in because there's so many Drytron here. And this card overperformed. I moved the bells to the side deck. I also just didn't have like my, I guess like my binder full of my other cards, so I just put this in the side deck. And it was fine. I'll probably just keep it there. And I played 2 nib. I didn't slide this in today. Didn't come up. So
Good in the mirror, of course.
yeah, but like I keep it for the mirror
Yeah.
if it comes up. But and then 1 duster, 3 twin, helps against the mirror back row decks. It's okay against Tri Brigade deck. You can hit revolt early, but like And of course the 3 old man, because going first you want to not get twinned or die to twin.
Yep. Stops twin, which is pretty
So I like the
important.
deck a lot. Like I said, I usually can get first place or like I don't know, like a tie or something. Like it does really well. It does
Yeah.
what it needs to do. Even when I was on poly, like as I'm right now, I'm not on poly, but when I was, it was like okay. It didn't like overperform. I was like, oh, I want it back in. And I see like a lot of people are like back and forth with it. Right now, I'm against it because, like I said, for me personally, it just doesn't come up. Or my hands just don't work, and it's a great Roxy's Banish at most.
Gotcha.
So yeah,
All right. Well, thanks for your deck profile and Top Deck Scrubs, and
please subscribe. Yeah,
please subscribe.
thank you.